Now let's add or remove a column from the dataset. So first method that we can use to add a column to our dataset is cbind, and second method is by using dollar or a square notation. So let's go to R and do it. So what I am doing is I am adding a column to the dataset that I earlier created, that was df. Let's check the data here. So we just created a dataset df. We added 2 rows to that dataset. Now we will be adding a column to it. So I'm creating a new vector with name C, and vector values are 4, 5, 6, as you can see here. Now let's execute this command and create the vector and cbind. So cbind is column bind. Within brackets, we will be mentioning the name of the dataset, and after that the name of the vector that we want to add. So now let's, okay, so I have wrongly mentioned the name of the dataset. So it is df. So you can see there is an error, that is error in data frame. This argument implied differing numbers of rows, so 4 and 3. So what happens is we have checked our data, there were 4 rows, but now that I have created a new vector, I have only taken 3 values, so it is giving an error. So let's add one more value to it. So I'm adding 7 to it. Now let's check. So it has been executed. Now check the values of df. So you can see there is a third column in our dataset now with 4, 5, 6, 7 values. The second method that we can use to add a column, so there are 3 types we can use. So first is the dollar sign we can use to assign a new column. What we will do is we'll take the name of the data frame, that is df, $k. What it means is in this data frame I am selecting a column. So there is no k here in this data frame. So it will create a new column k and will save the values 10, 11, 12. So I'll be adding one more value to it as there are 4 rows here. So let's take a 15, let's take a 9 here. Okay. Now let's check the data frame. So you can see there is a new column added to our data frame, that is k. Now we'll be using square bracket notations. So I am taking 2 brackets here, as you can see, 2 square brackets. What it means is I want the column to be added directly to this data frame, and the values of the data frame is 14, 15, 16, and let's add one more, that is 17, and execute this command. Now let's check the data frame. So m has been added to our data. Similarly, there is one more way we can add a column, that is whenever we use square brackets, the notation inside that bracket is row comma column. So if you want to add a row, you should mention the name before comma. If you are adding a column to your data frame, so df, so empty, because we are not adding row here, we are adding column, so it will be blank comma. After that there will be name of the column with a inverted commas, because it is a character that we are saving. So I'm saving it in vector h. So df square brackets comma h. In that I want to save these values 19, 20, 21, and 22. Let's execute this command and check the values of data frame. So now there are 6 columns in our data frame that we created earlier with only 2 columns and 2 rows. Now let's remove these columns that we just created, that is kmh. So how will we remove is df $k. Similar way, how we added the values. Now we will use null to mention that we need the column to be with no values. Null value means it will be deleted. Let's execute this command. The next method is by giving the notation name. So I'm directly giving the name of the column to be deleted within double brackets, and I'm saying and the value should get to null, that is the column should be deleted. Let's execute this command also. And if you want to check the values of df, so you can see the values which we made null, that is k and m, that has been deleted and only h is left. Now if you want to delete h also, similar way, the way we added column, now we will be putting the values to null, so it will be deleted. So what we did was inside the square bracket, as we were not deleting or adding any rows, so it will be blank comma the column name and equal to null. So let's check the value of df. So you can see it is back to the original or the data that we had before adding any columns. Next type of data management topic that we are covering is reshaping. So reshaping is a very important topic. We'll be using package reshape2 here, and there are two types of reshaping methods, that is melt and cast. Melt, what does melt mean is, melt is the long format or where we convert the object into a molten form. We provide a wide format and convert into a stack of columns. So as you can see in the example given below, we have three regions and the content and mappability of that data set. So what we will do with the melt command is we'll convert it into a long format. So what will happen is, if there are three regions, it will stack up according to the number of variables we have in columns. So if there are three type of GC content, so it will be first like character 1 GC content, then character 4, then character 8, then there is again for mappability.